Whew, it's been a morning of reflection. Was sitting here in the office with my wife this morning. We were talking about what's coming up, where things that are going on, and it was just, sorry, the coffee's brewing over there, kind of mind-blowing. And we realized it's been 5 years since we decided to make the jump. When I realized that it was the team leader role was no longer a fit for me, and we were in a really tough financial spot. And I don't know if you guys know this, team leaders typically don't get paid as much as producers. And I got to that point where I screwed up enough where I just wasn't going to recover from some of the things going on. And I decided to get back into sales, and that's when the opportunity to become that coach that I was, that I'm not allowed to mention, and I jumped for it. And during that time, we were already in a tough financial spot. Pretty sure we maxed out every single credit card. We got a personal loan for 20 grand from someone, and we're going all in. And it's interesting because I talk with a lot of people in transition, and they say, well, I just can't do that. And I love the saying, well, if you say so. A lot of people, if they would have looked at what we did logically, they would have said, what are you doing? And logically, it didn't make any sense at all. I mean, I had 3 kids. I had a wife that was staying home. And it's funny, my coach sent me this shirt. And I have the philosophy of just saying, you know what? And because sometimes you don't know yet. When you're passionate about something, you'll figure it out. When you have a great partner like I have with my wife, Sarah, you figure it out. And it's important to have someone like Sarah. And it hasn't always been easy. And we've had our tough times. And we work hard on our relationship. And I know on Facebook it can look like everything's always hunky-dory. And, it's not. It's not always, making out every night. It's real discussions and real relationship. And I love her because we work hard together. So where am I going with all this? 5 years ago, I was selling real estate. My buddy Stephen Wallachek did a post where we had a moving van, and he sponsored it. And I thought, oh my gosh, we've come a long ways in the last 5 years. And when I'm looking at how fast things are coming together, every single morning I listen to a motivational video called Unbroken on YouTube. And it talks about how when you make a jump, people are going to doubt you, and people are going to say, what are you doing? And they're going to want to see you fail. And when you make that jump, it really exposes who was a real relationship, who wasn't, who's going to be there, and the dots start to connect. And I would say in the last 2 to 3 weeks, dots have really connected. I've had people raise their hands that I've known that I was going to be in business with for quite some time. At the time when we met, things, it just wasn't, it was like kind of like a square peg in a round hole. And now these people that I've been forming relationships with for over the last 5, 10, even some of them 15 years, where we knew we wanted to work together, now it's all coming together. And it's like this calm before the storm because everything's falling into place. And it's because I've had patience with the sense of urgency. And like my adrenaline just gets going. So some of you guys are sitting in a spot where you've got an opportunity that you're looking at and you're scared. You should be. Yet here's what I know is when you make that jump, it gives you a whole new fuel, and it inspires you. And when your back's against the wall, it gives you something to fight for. Now, I'm all about making sure you make the right choices. Yet when you make the choice, Cody Gibson, who in my opinion is a great coach, he's doing great expansion things across the country. He once said this to me: you never know what the right decision is, yet when you make the decision, make it the right decision. And I know this, I would have regretted not going from RE/MAX to Keller Williams. Al Rowe is still one of the best brokers he is the best broker that I've ever met. And I cried when I left him. When I went to Keller Williams, I was scared. And when I got there, the team leader stepped down and I stumped into the team leader role, and it was unknown, and nothing worked out the way that I thought it was going to work out, yet it worked out even better. And then when I made the jump from KW to EXP, I sat back and watched, and now EXP's exploding. And it's fun, and it's crazy, and it's messy, and people are coming over. I mean, I look at the sheet of people that I'm talking to, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I would have never expected that they would do this, yet they get it. Things are changing. I'm super excited about it, and the people that get on it now are going to thank themselves. So where am I going with all this? If there's something that you want to do and fear is holding you back or finances holding you back? If you say so. See, here's the thing is I've been a millionaire on paper, however you want to do it. I've been bankrupt. I've been up there and I've been down there. And, at the end of the day, none of it matters. Meaning, I want to live a life where I said, you know what, I freaking went for it. I went for having a great marriage. I went for being a great dad. It doesn't mean that I don't do stupid stuff, yet I don't want to look back and have a life of regret saying I didn't freaking go for it. Because you know what? That's not me. I'm going to look back and say, you know what? I made some freaking mistakes, some big mistakes. And man, oh man, I feel guilty for some of those things I did. Yet, you know what? I'm human. I will always have the best intentions. And I know sometimes I'll miss the mark. Yet, you know what I know? I will freaking go for it. And when you look back 20 years from now, are you going to be able to say, man, oh man, I wish I would have? Or are you going to say, you know what? I was a freaking punk and I lived in fear and I didn't go for it. You're going to have to live with those regrets. I won't live with the regrets of getting into action. I might live in the regrets of missing the mark. I know that my intentions will always be right. Sometimes my actions will show different, yet that's because I'm a human being. So here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. I'm going to encourage you the next opportunity that comes your way, I'm going to ask you to and go for it. You know what? If you're talent, you'll make it work. If you're determined, you'll make it work. When you have the fear of failure and people are watching you, you'll make it work. Stop living in the harbor. Go let your boat set sail. Whew, man, you guys watch. The next 12 to 18 months in my world are going to be amazing. The people that are aligning with me right now give me chills. I was talking with one of my partners. I said, this dude makes me look like a chump on what I've done. And he's aligning with us. Got some other people that are lining up. Just sit back and you watch. And you watch, we will fall down. We will skin our knees. It won't look like I think it'll look like. Yet you watch, we are going to do some big, freaking epic stuff. And we're going to help people. That's why I have no fear. Everything that I'm doing, the condition is it has to have a ripple effect. Meaning it's got to help people. And you know what? When all you want to do is help people, and yeah, I'm going to make a little money along the way because that makes it sustainable. When all you want to do is help people and you're passionate about that, you can't help yet have it get big. Whew. Woo! I feel like that feeling I get right before I used to go into a battle or into a fight. It's like that calm and it's about to get real. So if you're interested in some epic shit, jump on board. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. We're going to skin our knees. Probably at times we'll be thinking, what the heck were we thinking? Yet, you know what? If you're bored out of your mind and you're looking to find your passion, say, Hank, I'm in. I'm interested. I know you can't make any guarantees. I know it's going to be a goat rodeo. Yet if you're interested in winning big, and if you're interested in saying, you know what, I'm glad I did, hit me up on Instant Message. My schedule's booked about 2 weeks out, yet we will figure it out. All right, guys, go live your passion. If you're bored out of your mind, go do something different. Life's too short. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. Talk to you later. Love you.